Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
And as our morning theme tells you, good morning, Barbados. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Welcome to Wednesday. We're smack dab in the middle of a work week. And so to each of you, I too say good morning, welcome. I'm Pearson Bowen. And so to all of you everywhere, here's hoping today becomes another tremendous day for you to make a difference. I always encourage you before you even plant your feet on the ground to turn above and say to God, thank you for waking us up. Thank you for the opportunity to make a difference today. And remember the two greatest commandments, love the God and love your neighbor as yourself. And so follow those two commandments, you shan't go wrong. To all of you joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb, to each and every one of you everywhere, good morning to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Remember, I ask of you one thing every day, which is to share the show. So send the link around, bring others about our community indeed, because we are a community of believers. We are also a community of people who seek information and education. So we're looking forward to engaging with you in a significant way. As you have your conversations among yourselves, have your conversation with us as well. We absolutely encourage your comments and engagement in what we do. And as always, if you know of something or someone who has a story to tell because you know about it, point us in the direction. And so you can do so by simply sending us an email. The email address is right there at the bottom of your screen. That email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to those of you who do, we say thank you. For those of you who are still thinking whether you should, we say yes, hit send, and we'll follow up from there. Point us, and we'll follow up from there. We do that. This is what we do. So to you, Joe Jackman, who's watching from the United Kingdom. Joe, have yourself a wonderful Wednesday as well. Thank you as always for joining us right here at Morning Barbados. Anthony Shaw is watching from New York. He's from the 718 saying good morning to the 246. And so from the 246 back to you, Anthony, we say good morning as well. Hope you have a lovely today. Diana Strawn, how are you today? Diana, have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for being your best self. We encourage you to be good always. Diana Strawn, thank you for logging in and for commenting and saying good morning to all of us. Now, Pat Ben, you're always there. Pat, good morning to you as well. Thank you for watching from the United States. Have a great morning. She says good morning to the crew as well. Vereen Walker. Vereen, how do you do? Have a wonderful today, Vereen. Thank you as always for keeping company. Sweet Rons, good to have you as well. Sweet Rons, Rhonda Hines-Graham. She wishes us a wonderful Wednesday. She reminds us to live, love, and laugh. Bako is also watching from the United States, giving thanks to the Master for being with us indeed. So Bako, to you, good morning as well. Auntie Faye from St. Peter. Auntie Faye, how do you do? Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on us, Auntie Faye. We can count on you too? Yeah. All right, Auntie Faye, have a wonderful today. It being Wednesday, the 6th of April, 2026, you know that next April, this is May. What month is this? May, Pearson Boyd. And so we want to encourage you next week Wednesday, to find your way to the Bethel Methodist Church. The Bethel Methodist Church is the Methodist Church hosting the 18th Sarah Ann Gale Memorial Lecture. This time they're looking at the theme, and the topic is John Wesley's thoughts on slavery, the prism through which to assess the Methodist Church anti-slavery record and claim for reparations. It'll be delivered by Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Comishong, and so we're looking forward to how he weaves the story of the Methodist Church and why John Wesley's thoughts are so important for us in the year 2026 to think on. Now, as I walked in the door this morning, I got this, the red envelope, and with a note that says, do not bend. So I didn't bend, I just simply opened, and inside popped a card from one of those who I interviewed some time ago. And you remember the lady from Trinidad and Tobago who brought the stories of her grandmother? And she says, in order to get a book, come tell me your stories. And so she sent a note of thanks to all of us indeed. So to you as well, I say thank you so much, my good friend. And look what she said. So I got all excited. It's like, whoa. But you know what this is? It's $1 million bill. You know those that don't exist at all. The $1 million bill I hold. And so I feel like a millionaire this morning. Thanks very, very much, ma'am, for reaching out and saying thank you as well. So we wish you well. Yesterday, just under 2,800 young people across Barbados sat their common interest examination. And now you have a moment of rejoicing. So to all of our youngsters, just wait patiently. The results will come, but enjoy the rest of your time. It's just another moment in time. There will be other opportunities for you to get better at. And so just wait. Just do your best always, and remember the best will attend you as well. So to all of our little ones, congratulations. You did so successfully. You've made it through. And so you see, you'll survive. Don't you worry about it. Life is built in that kind of way. So I wish you a wonderful today. Speaking of today, we want to look at the story of the George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center. It's a story to be told. And so we'll sit with some folks from the university who will help us understand the journey thus far and to understand why, as a people from Barbados, we should be proud of the tremendous work being done at that Chronic Disease Research Center. Also today, we're looking at creating opportunities for creative young people. And so how is law enforcement a part of that? We will show you the link and why we're in search of some young enterprising DJs, giving them an opportunity to be their best selves as well. We meet the man who says our mantra is premium wines are the foundation of ultimate premium wines. Premium grapes are the foundation of ultimate premium wines. And so who is he? He's Barbadian. He is on a journey to success, and his story is one that I think you need to hear. Speaking of one story you need to hear because it garners your support, it requires your support, is the story of Noy Jackman. You may have seen this story circulated across social media of a young woman from Barbados who is in search of your help to have a treatment for acute leukemia. So her parents and her supporters will be with us this morning to remind us as why we should not let this get off our radar. Also today, the St. Thomas Parish Independence Committee, they're finding a way to celebrate mothers on Mother's Day. They're honoring their mother. And so we want to hear what are the plans to be able to do so. And Mom, this one's for you. The annual Big Mother's Day show is on this weekend. The details when the organizers sit with us in just a little while. We're 7:30 after 6 o'clock, a lot to get to, so we'll take a break here and get going on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
You know, we believe that you can meet a Bajan anywhere, and so anywhere means almost to the end of the earth. And would you imagine that there's a Barbadian who is involved in wines and the making of wines, and he believes that premium grapes, ultra premium grapes produce ultra premium wines. And so we're happy to be meeting today with a Barbadian who, you reside in Canada, in California, do you?
Currently in California.
That's Reggie Goring, and he's brought his daddy along with him. I'm happy to say it like that. William Goring, good morning to you, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good to have you indeed. You're the Barbadian.
Yes, I am.
And Reggie, you are born to the Barbadian.
Yes, sir. Second
And
generation.
do you claim us as you?
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, I was raised with my father, who was Barbadian, teaching me the hard work and the importance of education that is central to Barbadians. I think, although we're a small people by number, we're making a great impact in the world.
Mm-hmm. And so for you, the Barbadian values are important because as taught by your father.
Absolutely.
And you've seen him apply those values as well, and so you mimic all of this. So much so that you hard work.
Absolutely.
Is one of the things on which we stand. And so you are one of the co-founders of the, what's it called again? The Two Brothers Vineyard.
Yes.
And you're the founder of Blue Summit Wines.
Yes.
What led you into farming in that kind of way, to opening a vineyard?
Well, my brother and I have always had a passion for wines, and both being in the healthcare industry, we're seeking an opportunity to invest together. I looked at arable farmlands as being one of the things that was future-proofed. You know, there's only so much land to grow commodities on, and this land would not only grow in value as a real estate asset, but the wine grapes being a commodity that is sought after was added value.
Mm-hmm. There's a difference between California wine and French wine.
Yes.
What's the difference that you bring?
Well, the difference that we bring, you know, American wines are distinct in and of themselves, as you say. You know, we look at old world wines, which French wines are one of the old world wines. Anything after 1700 would be considered New World. So California is part of the New World wines. California is the premium wine growing area in the United States, and the vineyard owned and operated by my brother and I, Two Brothers Vineyard, is in the most prestigious growing area of California. We have what are called American Viticultural Areas, or AVAs, and Lake County, where our vineyard is located, is in the North Coast. It's also comprised of Napa, Sonoma, Mendocino, Solano, and Marin counties. Lake County is one of the most distinct, however, because it's not only high elevation. Our vineyard is on the face of a mountain. It's also, the vines are grown in red volcanic soil. The vineyard is located across from Clear Lake, which is the oldest lake in the United States and the largest in California.
Mm-hmm. Did you have the conversation with your father about switching from the medical fraternity into being into wines, creation of wines?
So actually, true to my Bajan roots.
Is that a yes or a no?
No, no, I did not. But I am still in the healthcare industry and also pursuing the wine industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So William, when you discovered that your sons were doing this, dabbling in the creation of wines and spirits, what came to your mind? Were you readily acceptable of it?
Yes.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. He makes his own decisions. And I follow him. He's much smarter than I am. So.
Okay. So you sit on the sides and you watch what he does. And
Yep.
do you give guidance and support nonetheless?
Wherever I can, yeah.
Wherever you can. So what have you said to him?
Do what you want to do.
Just that. Do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about having been born in Barbados, raised in the Barbadian spirit, how you are able to use that to teach your son.
Good question. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I just try to teach him what I believe would be the right thing to do. And I guess he used that as an example. And that's where we are.
And this is where we are. And so he's making a success of himself.
Yes.
But the wine industry, Reggie, is so vast.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
huge.
Yes.
What's your specialty? What is it that makes yours stand out? Why would I purchase yours over someone else's?
Terroir, or the sense of place. You know, where the vineyard is located is very unique. Again, it's high elevation. We start at 1,600 and up to 2,200 feet of elevation. The vines are planted in red volcanic soil. As you look across the world, the most premium wines are mountain grown and volcanic soil. Only 1% of all the world's wines grow in volcanic soil. So my brother and I were very fortunate to come upon this location at the time, and to have the courage to pursue a development of a wine brand in what now is really a challenging time in the wine world. There's an oversupply. Some changes in demand is the younger generation enjoys ready-to-drink beverages, they're called, such as hard seltzers, hard ciders, hard lemonades. But wine has been around for upwards of thousands of years. When you look at the Bible, the first recorded miracle was Jesus creating wine out of water.
Correct.
I don't think wine is going anywhere.
From all the way then until now.
Yes.
But in terms of upscaling the production, you and your brother could have dabbled. You tried your hands at it, and we stumbled upon something you thought was premium. Talk to me about the journey along the way, and what are the lessons that we can all learn about from that test to development and into production.
Sure. So I'll tell you that I had no background in farming and agriculture. I come from a background of over 28 years of business as a healthcare administrator. And I think it was having that skill set of working with different vendors, as a leader, working with the managers and frontline staff of healthcare facilities, operations. It gave me the wherewithal to understand business is built upon relationships. And when we look at what results in success in any business, it's one, being genuine about developing relationships. It's not just transactional, here's my product, buy it.
Yep.
It's what benefit would you have from my product? How is it different? And then also, how can I work with you to help you in your business and your success? As we take interest in other success, it leads to us also being successful.
That is a life lesson for us all to learn. And so it's always the story around everything that makes it the success it is. William, have you tasted any of these wines? Yes. Your thoughts?
Yeah, great.
Each of them is great?
Yep.
He's such a big supporter. He's such a big supporter.
Yeah.
Now, every wine is not every wine. You don't pair every wine with every meal. Have you? How wide is the range of wines that you offer?
We can make quite a wide range of wines. We grow 8 different varietals. If I can just tell you quickly, we have 5 Rhone varietals, or Rhone grape varietals of wines: Roussanne, Grenache Blanc, Grenache Noir, Syrah, and Petite Syrah. We also grow Zinfandel, Tempranillo, and Cabernet Sauvignon. So from those wines, I have single varietals. I have today a rosé I'm displaying that is 50% Grenache, 50% Syrah, along with our Tempranillo, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Grenache Blanc. But in the future, I plan to do some blends. There's a Meritage type of blend, which is comprised of several of those grape varietals. Oftentimes, Tempranillo might be mixed with some Grenache. So there's a lot of opportunities within the vineyard.
The threats to the business, whether it's climate, pests, or otherwise, how are you coping with those threats and future-proofing for those threats?
Sure. You know, there is climate change. We're finding there are periods of drought. We're fortunate we have 2 deep wells on the property, so our water supply has been sufficient. Because of our elevation, high elevation is important in vineyards. We don't have a lot of pest suppression, as they would say, so there's minimal use of pesticides. We want to be good stewards of the land that we've been blessed with, so we grow sustainably with the idea that we're providing an ultra premium wine grape, which is the foundation of ultra premium wines. We want to make sure there's minimal intervention and provide a sustainable product that has low impact on the land and hopefully will be around for future generations.
And folks will enjoy it. But you're using Barbados now as a launching pad into the Caribbean.
Yes, sir.
And naturally, because as a Bajan,
Yes.
Home drum beats first.
Yes.
What are you hoping to do to be able to get it into the region? What's your plan?
So right now I'm talking with an importer, Trident Wines, Dominic Sacker. You may know Trident Wines here in Barbados. And speaking with him about bringing these wines into Barbados. I'm speaking with different food and beverage managers and other decision makers in the hotel and restaurant industry. As you mentioned, Barbados is my ancestral heritage. It is my homeland. So while I would like to enter into the Caribbean market, it is most important to me that we have success here first and foremost in Barbados.
It's called Blue Summit Wine. So I'll search for Blue Summit Wines.
Yes.
And get the flavor I want. Indeed. Well, Reggie, wish you well.
Thank you, sir.
Much success in all that you do. The support of your father will guide you in your mind so that every time you make a misstep, you remember what Daddy would say.
Yes.
That will bring you right back in line, promise you indeed. But to you and your brother and all of your team as well, much success with your efforts going forward.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Have a blessed day.
Good to meet you, Reggie. Reggie Goring with his daddy, William. And so now you know that's the Barbadian story. We will make it happen wherever we are. We work with what we have and we make the most of what we have. And so we wish him much success. Morning Barbados breaks right here. We're back with more in a moment.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV-Cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're looking now at the story of the George Allen Center for Research. I'll break that down in just a moment because I just got confused by something else. There's the Chronic Disease Research Center, the Chronic Disease Research Center, the Chronic Disease Research Center. Got that. And so joining us as we look at the journey to its establishment and its contribution still to the Caribbean is Professor Clive Landis, who, as you know, is the Pro Vice Chancellor and also the principal of the Cayfield campus. And with him is Professor Simon Anderson, who is the director of that center indeed. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
Good morning.
Good to be here.
The history. Let's look at the history. I'm sure the book, because we're launching the book,
Right.
the book chronicles that history. But Professor Landis, perhaps you can give us about a brief story of the start of the Chronic Disease Research Center.
Well, it would have started with Henry Fraser and Trevor Hassel and Mickey Walren. So Trevor Hassel and Mickey Walren were aware that we didn't really have much research in health in Barbados, and so they persuaded Henry Fraser to invest in this center, and he raised all the funds himself from corporate Barbados, and in 1991 it was opened. So we've now been going for 35 years, and it's just been a remarkable success story. In academic terms, it is actually the most highly published center in the entire university.
Wow. It started because of for some reason. There was a reason why it started. And that is because we were seeing a burgeoning increase in the number of people presenting with chronic diseases. And so let's talk about that and where we are now relative to that started us.
We have not stopped, unfortunately. Our trajectory is still in the wrong direction, sorry to say. So it is the problem of our times. Is not unique to Barbados, but we are a little bit further along in the trajectory, which we really don't want to be. But on the other hand, we have probably the best research center in this region so that we can come up with solutions and address the problem.
Professor Anderson, you are part of a journey.
I am part of the journey.
But you're part of a significant journey as well. Does it daunt you when you reflect for just a moment on the 35 years and your role now in what we're doing?
Yes, and actually, when I think about it, because the name of the center, George Lean, is what you call quintessential Barbadian scholar. He was a director of PAHA at one point in his career, Sir George Lean, and so the naming of the building after this giant of Barbadian scholarship was really an important step. But I would say that in the drop of the puddle, it's part of an ecosystem. That's actually, I was thinking about it this morning, been around 80 years. 1956, the initial house that Jack built, which is we call John Waterloo, or the house that John built in 1956 in Kingston, doing research around malnutrition. And in the early days, in the 1970s, there was a lot of research on malnutrition in Barbados because that was the common problem. And what's happened is that we've had this transition, which was quite overt and obvious, from the 1970s through to the 1990s when Sir Henry created the Chronic Disease Research Center to show that, listen, something is changing in these Caribbean islands. And one by one, we are now hearing each country talking about their huge problem. And so we're positioned here in Barbados not just to look within the context of what's going on in our country, but actually with our neighbors. We're able to support research across the board to help our neighbors as well to understand some of the issues here.
Research could be an academic exercise. You feel happy at the end of it all. We put the final period point at the end of it, and so we're done with the research. But research has to have relevance at the same time. Talk to me a little bit about the relevance of the research you do and how it's applied within the region to make change.
Yes. So one of the key things that we require to move forward with in terms of health policy, is data. And you can't conjecture, you can't guess and say that this is what's going on. You actually have to measure. And the center is part of that architecture. We measure, for example, through the Barbados National Registry, the numbers of cancers, strokes, and heart attacks in Barbados. And we're able to transform, to tell the the powers that be in the Ministry of Health. We can tell the heads at the QEH that this is a problem that you need to start preparing for. This is an issue that you need to start having solutions for. So it allows us to sort of collecting the data allows us to make plans for the future in terms of health policy. Recently, we just completed through the Shaw Center Foundation funding the Childhood Nutrition Survey, and we will come back to tell you more about what we found in terms of the growing numbers of children who are overweight and obese in our island. More recently, we completed the Health of the Nation study, which looks at the prevalence of common conditions across Barbados, and we're about to embark on Health of the Nation 2 in a few weeks, and we'll again come back to say to people in the country, listen, you need to participate and share information if you can, if you will, because that helps the Ministry of Health. It helps across the ministries. There's a translation of issues that can be looked at based on the collection of this simple data.
And Pearson, if I could just big up Barbados for just a moment. We are on Barbados. Good morning, Barbados. We sometimes take these things for granted, but we have the only national cancer registry. We run 3 registries, and this really matters because let's say that you want to have an intervention, and as you know, Barbados is almost famously low smoking. So I've looked at cancer incidents across the world, and breast cancer and prostate cancer, lung cancer are almost always 1 and 2, 2 and 1, 1 and 2. But in Barbados, lung cancer is number 8. I mean, and that is, it demonstrates that the impact of an smoking and non-smoking campaign, which has been extremely successful. And when you have something like a stroke registry, we built a stroke unit in the hospital, and how big should it be? How many strokes do we have? Unless you measure it, you don't know. And then you build into the stroke registry a follow-up at 28 days. It's known as a 28-day mortality. So then how well are our strokes now being handled? Did the stroke unit actually have an impact and allow people to live after a stroke? So unless you measure it, you just don't know.
I'm one of those statistics, I must tell you, that stroke registry. I've been there twice, and I did have the follow-ups, so that I was able to get the details and so forth, and monitor. I can tell you for a fact that they do monitor, so you can put that into your study. So I'm one of those statistics.
That's very interesting.
And so its relevance we recognize. George Allen, we know of his contribution, which has been global and phenomenal at the same time. And so here we are now. We do have the Chronic Disease Research Center that continues to put out data and information and guides policy going forward. But us as people of the region, we tend to say anything extra-regional is better. We tend to have that point of view. So how, for the folks we ask, how does the Chronic Disease Research Center rank with other spaces that do such kind of work?
Ranking is depends on who's doing the ranking, but from where I sit, I know that I collaborate and partner with excellent researchers across the globe, in Canada, in the UK, in Europe, and we're hitting it out of the park with some of our work. So we are publishing in the top journals internationally. Most recently, for example, we had a paper in Nature Reviews Endocrinology, impact factor, which is off the charts. So we are not just doing the data collection. When we write our data and give our opinion on what the situation is, it's acceptable in broad parts of academia, and we get published. So that is one measure that we can use. The other measure is that we're able to attract external funding. And so we're now able to reach out, spread our footprint across the region in doing studies. Not all the funders will fund us in Barbados, because we are considered to be a high-income country. And so what we are hoping is that when we look around ourselves internally in the region, that governments and countries will start pooling pots of money to take this research journey forward, because we will be left behind.
Indeed.
If not.
But you know, I think Simon's being a bit modest. The funding goes to institutions which have credibility, so they're able to do the research. And when you look at, for example, what is known about eye disease in black populations, until the Barbados Eye Studies, which was a 20-year project funded with around $35 million US, there was less known about eye disease in black populations than in white and Asian populations. Now we know more about eye disease in black populations than any population.
Yeah.
The Barbados Eye Studies have been completely transformational. They're completely built into all eye care in the US, and of course they apply to all of our friends and colleagues in Africa. I mean, you know, the center itself, over the years that it's been established, has attracted well over $100 million US in funding. Not all of that's remitted straight to Barbados, because we have multi-country partnerships, but at least $1 million US a year is actually remitted right here in Barbados. So you know, the center is really performing at a world-class level.
That's a good point on which we should take a break. That center that's performing at a world-class level has a story to tell. The story will be told in this book, which will be launched tomorrow, and we'll walk you through what's in the book right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So we're looking at the story of the George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center. I had to look away for just a moment to get it right, the CDRC. And so this story is told in this book. But how did the journey begin? You need to turn the pages to see for yourself, because there's much about which we can be very, very happy, very, very proud as a people for the phenomenal work and the people who've worked through time in that center as well. So breaking this down, I see here it's broken down into parts. I've turned, and the spirit always leads me to parts. I've turned right away as I open this book to part 4, which is a story of you, Professor. As it so happens. And is the book designed in that way where we go in parts and we read people's stories?
Yes, it is basically the story of the directors and the acting directors. So it starts with Sir Henry Fraser, and then Anselm Hennis, of course. He hasn't made it to number 1 yet in PAHO, but he's number 2 in PAHO, in charge of all chronic disease and mental health. He's a wonderful scholar and was a mentee of Henry, and he preceded me as director. And then after that, we had Lafayette Samuels, who's now retired in Jamaica, and then of course Simon.
Yeah, well, don't forget Nigel and the contributions of other acting directors like Ian Hambleton as well. But I started my journey in 2019. Still here.
Yes.
And
that's no regret. I'm not hearing any regret.
No, and actually it's because I was standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yes.
And it would be remiss of me in this situation not to mention my late dear friend Professor Juliet Daniel of McMaster, because she actually came across to the center in the midst of COVID to say, Simon, we need to do something.
Wow.
And I went on this fantastic journey with her, I was a cardiologist, a cardiovascular epidemiologist, and I was able to shift my attention through her insistence to look at cancer and cancer epidemiology, etc. And we were currently working on a study around breast cancer, because that was her thing with the KISO gene. So we have these affiliates, and my story just speaks basically to the impact that COVID had on how it changed the way we did research, our need to sort of modify, to move away from paper-based activities to more electronic, virtual activities to get things done. And then, of course, the deep push for funding so that we can keep staff on and keep the lights on,
and producing the information,
right. Yes.
And Pearson, if I could maybe pick up on COVID-19. So because of our expertise in data collection and analysis, I don't know whether I should own up to this, but it was our data that actually dictated the first lockdown. So the government asked us to run these bootstrapping models, these computer models, as to how our bed capacity
and R number
and our critical care capacity, and what would happen if we did nothing, what would happen if we had a sort of a soft lockdown, or if we had a full lockdown. And it was very clear, the analysis, that we did need to have a lockdown, otherwise our hospital would have been completely overwhelmed. And so we don't just study chronic diseases, we have this expertise. And what we decided during the time of COVID, and this was mostly the work of Professor Ian Hambleton, who is in the book, is that we produced daily analysis for every country in the Caribbean, every day. All of the CARICOM members, even the associate members. I remember once getting a phone call, because I was chair of the COVID task force for UE, saying, what happened to our data today? And it was someone from the UK Foreign Office who said that the data was wrong for Bermuda or something.
Yes.
And so we looked in, but we could see that people were using this data, and it really helped the policymakers.
And that's why research is so critical, but it's also its application thereafter. And so tomorrow there's the launch. The launch is happening at 5 in the afternoon. Where is the launch?
At the 3Ws Cricket Pavilion on the campus.
Right, 3Ws at 5. So you'll be there. Look at your screen, everybody. Look at your screen. And you show up and you get a copy of this book.
You have to buy it.
Well, yeah, you get my purchase. My purchase of it. You get a copy of this book yourself. You're not going to get it for free. There's a slight fee, because it's phenomenal. The amount of work that has gone into producing this text of the history of the story of the George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center is outstanding. And so it is minimum cost for you, but it is great, chock full of information that guides you going forward, and you have a greater understanding of why the research center exists, the people who have been a part of its foundation, the journey that has been on, the phenomenal outcomes, and just who is set to continue leading that center as well. So it's all in here. But 5 o'clock tomorrow in the 3Ws Pavilion on the campus of Cave Hill, we want you to come and to purchase a copy of the book. It's available. And so I want to thank you, gentlemen.
But
I want to especially thank the Disease Research Center for the great work and the great research that you have been doing as well. And as I was telling Professor Landis, as we start, I think we are all, as a people, getting to have a great appreciation of the University of the West Indies at Cave Hill because of our association with you and the amount of work we've been doing with you over the weeks. And so we want to encourage you, as a course of study, as a course of life, to enroll in any of the programs at the University of the West Indies, because they do add value to your lived experience and your knowledge base, so that you can communicate more effectively, so that you can have more meaningful experiences and exchanges with people as well. I like the fact that they teach you how to ask a question and also teach you how to get the answer. I love it. I love it. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. I wish you well going forward. You're very welcome indeed.
Thank you.
5 o'clock tomorrow in the 3Ws Pavilion at the campus of the University of the West Indies at Cave Hill is where you should be for the story of the George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center. It's a book, and your purchase is required. Thanks, everybody. We're back with more in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m. Step on.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our relationship with law enforcement is absolutely critical because they are also part of how the system within societies work. And so that relationship is important not just for us, it's important for law enforcement people as well. And so we're joined this morning because there's an initiative by the Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation along with the the Barbados Police Service to introduce you to an initiative that is exciting for our young people. So joining me this morning, these are all retired officers of the New York Police Department, is retired Detective David Watson, who is also the founder of the Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation. With him is Detective Todd Taylor, who is the founder of what they call the Cops and Kids DJ program. And with him also is DJ Ace, Lieutenant Aku Rhodes as well. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good. I'll start with you, retired Detective David Watson. Talk to me a little bit about the Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation and what it's designed to do.
Well, the foundation was created back in 2016 when I retired the year before. And it's basically a law enforcement foundation coordinates the law enforcement agency that they work with to help them improve their abilities, either by training, by supplies.
David, your mic is... All right, so David, because we have a challenge with hearing you clearly, I'll let you to fix that in just a moment, so we'll get back to you in a bit about that. But Todd, you founded this DJ competition. Why was that important for you to do, and what is it also designed to do with young people?
Okay, well, me and Dave Watson used to be patrol cops in Brooklyn, and we were both assigned to working with youth, and during that time in the 1990s, a lot of kids were getting in trouble with gang recruitment and things of that nature. So we had an initiative, instead of just, locking kids up and constantly having to make arrests. In addition to the arrests, we had to come up with some type of outreach thing to keep them out of trouble. And I personally was a DJ since I was 13 years old. So I figured I was telling these kids, instead of robbing somebody and getting $100, why not become a DJ and, and make some money? So I started teaching kids how to DJ. And now that I'm retired, I retired in 2010. Mm-hmm. In 2014 is when we started the first Cops and Kids DJ battle to bring the police and the community together and to help bring down the violence amongst youth.
And describe for me the success that you've had with the program so far.
Oh my goodness, we have a bunch of kids. Some of them are grown-ups now, and they're coming to Barbados when we have the thing on July 16th. We have a lot of kids that got out of gangs. We have a lot of kids that, joined the police department. We have some that went into all different types of field, doctors, teachers, but the main focus was to keep them out of trouble and to bring crime down. And when me and Dave worked, we had not only the DJ program, but we had a track team, we had basketball teams. We just brought in all types of programs with off-duty police officers just to keep them out of trouble. So it has a huge success rate.
So it works in New York City, and so you want to not just try it, but to do this in the Caribbean region as well. And so far you've seen the adjustment in rates of bad behavior, for want of a better expression at the moment. And this is why you think this is important to apply to the Caribbean reality, I suppose.
Absolutely. I don't know the gang situation or anything like that in the Caribbean, even though I did visit Barbados, a year ago. But yes, I think one of the main things that these kids need to do, especially the teenagers, is make money. When they join gangs because they're looking for that family atmosphere and they're looking to make some money. With DJing, I mean, DJs make $500 just to wake up out of bed before they even get to the party. So if we can get them making money, crime will absolutely positively go down.
Lieutenant Aku, here you are. You are also a DJ. You are also, I believe, one of the winners of the Cops and Kids DJ competition?
Well, I wasn't actually a winner. For the showcase, the police officers could just showcase their skills. As far as winning, we left that for the kids.
Well, you look like a kid yourself, so nonetheless, you're there. So you'll see the police officers display their abilities as well, while the children will compete in the DJ showdown. And so what's the value you see from the police officers themselves being engaged in this activity?
Well, since day one, I can tell you this event has gained a lot of traction, and it definitely helped bridge the gap between the police department and the community. It showed the kids that even though we are police officers, we are human beings also. And it was just a great event from the start. And every year since then, it's just gained a ton of traction. And a couple of my videos went viral, which really helped the program out. And it's just a great success. And I credit it to Todd.
I'm sure it will be. So, David, we're back with you. I believe we have that matter sorted out. Let's look at the Caribbean reality and why and how this can be a part of the change of our lived Caribbean reality today.
Well, as Todd said, these kind of programs help build that gap, especially for youth and police, but also gives the young people an option of an alternate skill set. Before, DJing was not really looked at as a profession, but what Todd and the group does, they help build the kids up to the DJ skills, and then they also teach the business end of DJ. So they're learning two skill sets there. The foundation, we've been around since 2016, and we used to supply training and equipment to the Barbados Police Service. One thing we're looking to do is improve that by adding more programs, especially for the youth and for the police. We also, right now, we have about 2 police officers in Barbados who are interested in starting the Cops and Kids program in Barbados. So that's a positive gain already from the program. So the foundation is going to put all the resources behind it to build the program, not only that program, but other youth programs in Barbados. That's one of the big pushes we're doing. We've been having conversations. We'll start a police cadet program with the Barbados Police Service. Myself, I ran the program for NYPD. When they retired, we had 3,000 youth in it. And I ran that program for 10 years. So I'm looking to transition a similar program, a cadet program, to Barbados. And part of the funds from this competition will help to field that program in the initial stages.
Yes. I'm sorry if you missed the beginning. Is Barbados the first island which this Cops and Kids DJ showcase is on?
Yes, this is the first Caribbean island that we're doing it on. We're looking to expand it to other islands, but we are going to make this a yearly event if we can in Barbados as we move forward. And that it only gets bigger after that. Todd started back in New York City, and he's expanded to Philadelphia and other states also. So we're looking to extend it to the Barbados and the rest of the Caribbean. And a lot of it is just helping to build that bridge with youth and the police.
If you look at your screen, folks, you're saying DJ Todd. That's DJ Todd for just a moment. There's a biblical saying that the devil, we converted it into the devil finds work for idle hands. And so you're saying to me, Todd, that in the space where people are in search of recognition, their street cred we call it, or they're in search of money and trying to find something to do to stay busy, rather than turning to crime or any elements of crime, we want you to apply that same interest, that same energy to a skill set. that empowers you for life. And so you are one of those beneficiaries. You've seen the change. You have also been a part of that development of the process as well. Tell me give me a few more details about when this showcase is and who and how people can be a part of it.
Okay. Well, Dave will be able to get into that more, but a lot of that week, we were only going to make it one day. We were going to come in on July 16th to have the actual competition. But now that we figured we're coming to Barbados for a week, and after we started meeting the kids from Barbados, what was really funny was that the kids from Barbados was afraid to compete against the kids in New York and vice versa, because they didn't know each other. They were afraid that, the New York kids don't know Caribbean music, and the Caribbean kids were saying, we don't know how to scratch like the Brooklyn kids. So we're going to get them that Wednesday. We're going to get them all together and have like a meet and greet. Put your cell phones down. New York City, Philadelphia, and the kids from Philly are coming as well. Philadelphia and New York kids, I want y'all to go and meet and mingle with those Barbados kids and vice versa. We're going to go have some food. We're going to have some fun. And then that Dave Watson arranged for the police department to take us around the town. So we're going to take a tour of Barbados. And then that Thursday, we're going to have Thursday, July 16th, we're going to have the actual competition. Dave will tell you the location. Well, you see it up there now.
Yeah, it's right there.
We're going to have the actual competition. And then after that, I told the kids, let's just have some fun like we used to do when we were kids, just some good, clean fun and eat some good food from Barbados. And let's go to the beach and do all the things we can do as a tourist.
And so, Aku, talk to me a little bit about what advice would you give to young people who are watching today who are thinking, maybe I should or maybe I will not. What advice would you want to give to them today about entering this showcase and the value they'll get from it?
Well, the first advice I would give is stay with your passion. Whatever your passion is, stay with it no matter what. If it's in your heart, stick with it. I started DJing when I was about 10 years old, and I just did it for the fun of it. I had no desire really to make a living out of it. I just wanted to do it for the fun. And fast forward to now, I'm actually making a living out of it. So as far as the competition, don't worry about being nervous. Everybody's been in your same position. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and try it. Give it a shot. You have nothing to lose.
Just go ahead and do it. Just give it a shot. And so, David, that relationship with the Barbados Police Service, how did that come about and how receptive have they really been to this?
Well, I've always been involved with the police in the Caribbean, especially Barbados. I traveled here before I retired to do training on numerous occasions. And I started the foundation after retired. That relationship has grown over the years, where we started supplying equipment and we supplying training, especially during COVID. We donated about close to $50,000 worth of equipment during COVID for police. So, and now we're moving towards a new stage where I'm actually working to pay the IT firm to create a learning management software for the Barbados Police Service so they can do online training where they don't have to come into the classroom. So I'm working with I paid the company to create that learning management software. So it has evolved over the years. And looking to this can improve how they do their job, give them more resources, and also build community relations. That's a big part of policing. And we're working hand in hand with the police to do that, the Barbados Police Service. And as Aku said, I encourage the young DJs in Barbados who are kind of skeptical, come on, jump in there, go to our website, Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation.org, and just register. And come on, let's have some fun.
Indeed, let's have some fun. So the event happens, this big throwdown in the showcase happens on the 16th of July right there at the Visitor Center of States Rum in Brighton. And it starts at 12 noon, runs at about 8 o'clock in the evening, but it's going to be quite a showdown indeed. DJ Ace, who you see, Aku, he will be making a very special appearance. And so the opportunity for you to network, to just rub shoulders, to learn one from the other, to engage in other people from other spaces, that's important too. But you'll get to hear some phenomenal music and you'll get to see the brilliant talent of the young people, not just of Barbados, but also of New York, who have come together to create a space that is wholesome and healthy and positive. And that's what this initiative seeks to be able to do, to make that positive change in our society and in the people of our society, specifically the young people. And I want to thank each of you gentlemen for being a part of this and for being a part of the change that we as Caribbean people are seeking to have in our respective societies as well. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. We'll take a break right here on Morning Barbados. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich-Boyce and Damian Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to Mornin Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
A look at the news now. The Barbados Secondary School entrance examination is now over, and before heading off to unwind and enjoy the rest of their day, several eager students told CBC News how they felt about the examination. Anesta Henry visited next door, the Parkinson Memorial School. She spoke to some of them.
Students at the Parkinson Memorial School emerging from sitting what could only be described as one of the biggest examinations of their lives thus far, straight into the open arms of parents waiting to embrace them. As they do every year, some students lamented the examination was easy, while others admitted they faced some challenges. According to Rocky Mears, who wants to attend the Lord School, the exam was manageable.
I didn't really enjoy it, but I get through it.
Leah Kane, who has her eyes set on the St. Michael School, says she expected the exam to be more difficult.
It was actually really easy and I found it not too hard. So I hope I do good and I can finally relax.
What are you going to do after? What are you doing?
Well, at my school is going to Sambe. So, and then when I go home, I'm going to watch my tablet and my laptop until 12 o'clock.
Kaylee Howard Jones, who wants to attend Combermere, declared that the test was manageable.
The math wasn't that hard to get through. Composition wasn't that hard to get through either, but the grammar had me stuck.
Alyssa Brown is also hoping to attend Combermere. She says she had a pleasant experience with the math paper, but encountered some challenges with the English paper.
The math was actually very easy. The comprehension and the grammar had me real stuck, but I finished it. And I left out one question on the mathematics, but I came back when there was 5 minutes left and did it.
Imari Goodman also shared his thoughts on the exam.
The maths was easy, the English, it was doable, and the composition, I did the picture.
And Christian Green was a little scared the moments before the examination started. But he says he got over that hurdle when he remembered the advice family members give him and is now hoping to be assigned to the school of his choice.
The one thing that every family member told me is do my best, do the absolute best I can.
In Neymar Hines' opinion, the exam was great.
I understand everything that my teacher taught me, and I understand everything.
Amari Thompson, who is hoping to be assigned to 1 out of 5 schools, explained why the exam was easy for him.
It was easy because I revised all the time. I was stopping up to 10 to revise. I was revising so much, actually. I was revising a lot.
Shamani Hamden says there was no question on the English paper he couldn't answer and no problem on the math paper he could not solve.
Because I didn't understand it, it was nothing I didn't understand.
The students flocked to restaurants, beaches, hotels, and other spots to relax to conclude the big day. Onesta Henry, CBC News.
And Minister of Education Transformation Chad Blackman is reminding Barbadians that next year will be the last for that common interest examination. From 2028, the Ministry of Education Transformation will introduce a new hybrid model to replace that exam. The minister explains those students now in Class 3 will be the last cohort for the 11+.
The current Class 3s in today's academic 2025-26 year, when they start the 2026-27, they will be the last cohort in its current format. The current Class 2s, who will then go into Class 3, will commence then the new phase of transition from September. Once again, 50% of their exam, as it were, or assessment, better language, will be from Class 3. And when they get to Class 4, then that will be the other 50% of the assessment. So those Class 2 children today are invariably starting their transition to secondary school come September when they're Class 3 students.
And Deputy Chief Education Officer Julia Beckles says the Eden Lodge Nursery School will reopen this morning. She says the ministry took that decision to close the school following the shooting incident near the school yesterday.
Counsellors will be deployed to the school on Wednesday, 6th May 2026 to provide support and counselling for members of staff who may have been affected by the incident. The school is scheduled to reopen on Thursday, 7th May 2026, at which time students will also receive counseling and emotional support as needed. The Ministry of Education Transformation thanks parents, staff, and the wider community for their understanding and cooperation as we prioritize the safety and well-being of all.
Barbados is positioning itself at the forefront of climate resilience as regional leaders gather to tackle the growing threats from facing Caribbean communities. A regional workshop is aimed at strengthening housing and urban resilience across the Caribbean, and it gets underway. Deanza Roberts now has a report.
Regional housing and urban development officials are in Barbados for a sub-regional workshop aimed at improving how Caribbean countries deliver housing solutions. Minister of Housing, Lands and Maintenance, Christopher Gibbs, says the focus must now shift from planning to execution. The minister made it clear that housing must go beyond construction and instead address the everyday realities people face.
Across the Caribbean, we have made strong climate commitments through our nationally determined contributions. Our countries have set out ambitious goals to reduce emissions, build resilience, and protect our people and economies from impacts of climate change. But commitments alone will not protect a roof. Commitments alone will not drain a flooded road. I could go on about this too. A lot of what we saw in Jamaica was the after effects of the hurricane, was the poor drainage. So when they talk about holistic solutions, you have to look at the infrastructure as well.
He highlighted a major issue in Barbados, access to financing, explaining that many individuals are unable to secure enough funding to purchase homes, even when they qualify for mortgages. Minister Gibbs says government is now exploring ways to bridge that gap, including possible interventions to make mortgages more accessible.
If you cannot get people to have access to decent mortgages, then who are you going to put in there? So we also have to look at de-risking mortgages in Barbados, and the Ministry of Housing, along with the Ministry of Finance, we have embarked on ways in which we can get people over the hump. Say an individual qualifies for $140,000 in a mortgage, but the purchase price is $200,000. So they're short by $60,000. How do we craft innovative financial solutions to be able to get those people over the hump?
United Nations Resident Coordinator Simon Springett warned that global support for climate action is becoming more uncertain, but he says the Caribbean continues to lead with solutions.
The Caribbean is not a place that waits to be saved. The Caribbean is a place that produces solution, it exports ideas, and it speaks time and time again with the clarity and moral force that punches profoundly above its weight in global conversations. So the work we begin today, or hopefully the work we continue today, on housing, on cities, on the resilience, really places where our communities live.
The workshop also allows regional partners to share experiences, particularly around managing dense communities and improving living conditions. The workshop continues tomorrow at the UN House in Marine Gardens, Christchurch. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
To sports now, top Barbadian golfer Emily Odwin has once again been named Student Athlete of the Year at Southern Methodist University in Texas. Odwin, who recently made history as the first Barbadian to compete at a gold major in the Augusta Women's National, continues to shine on the collegiate stage. She is widely regarded as the university's most consistent golfer, holding the lowest scoring average in the history of their golf program. In addition to her exploits on the greens, the BOA's 2025 Senior Female Athlete of the Year has an excellent academic grade point average of 3.76. In accepting that award at the school's 2026 Pony Awards ceremony, Odwin said the achievement was made possible through the strong support system around her, crediting those who have backed and encouraged her throughout her career.
It's really easy when you have a team around you that's full of great people and you have a really good support staff. So at the end of the day, this isn't my award, this is a kind of a collective thing.
Odwin should be back on the greens this weekend competing in the NCAA Regionals. We wish her well. That's a look at news and sports until now. More news and sports coming up at 12 noon right here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us
morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
14 past the hour now. It's a story that has been breaking the hearts of Barbadians here and everywhere. And so that appeal continues for Noy Jemmett. Noy Jemmett, as you know, is a 17-year-old student who has been having the time of her life, living life to the fullest, having plans and dreams. If you look at your screen, you'll see her right there. That's a beautiful child and a beautiful young lady who is just climbing. And so she's now been met with something known as acute leukemia. And so joining us this morning as we continue the appeal on her behalf and an assistance with the family of Noy, we're joined by her father, Jansen Jemmett, and her godmother in herself, Shimona O'Neill. To both of you, good morning.
Thank you.
Talk to me, Jansen. This can't be easy.
Not at all. What I thought was just, might have been a routine doctor visit. In my mind, I thought it was dengue because she was complaining, slight headache, the tiredness of the legs and what's not. And I can remember when I had dengue, those symptoms, I experienced those symptoms. So I took her to the doctor, hoping that it would have been, you know, a dengue diagnosis. So the doctor took the blood and sent it to the lab, and I inquired with the person at the lab how soon we would get back the results. And the lady said probably in about 4 or 5 days. So now we went on to school, and the doctor called her the same day.
Same day?
Same day. Tell her, come in urgently. So I left work, went, collected her from school, took her back to the doctor. The doctor said that she has to go to the hospital immediately because her white blood cells was high and the platelets were low. So she said in a case like this, she have to go to the hospital and get a blood transfusion. I was like, wow. Obviously, I wasn't expecting that. And then I asked her what would cause it, what would cause the reaction, this reaction in her body. She says she's not sure, but they sent the blood to a hematologist to get it checked. So the guy called back the same day.
Same day?
Same day. So in less than 12 hours, everything changed. My life changed, my daughter's life changed, everything changed. I mean, this little girl, I mean, I can call her a little girl because she will always be my little girl.
Yes.
Right? I took her to school in the morning, and every morning it would be saying, I would drop her off, then I would drive up, turn around, this is community college, and I would watch her walking across the car park, and I just smile, right? Because I am so proud of this girl, you know, and not because she's at community college, but because of who she is, a very beautiful soul. You know, I've been blessed to have a daughter that, I mean, no problems whatsoever. If she wants to go, I mean, at this stage, she's at the age now where she should be rebellious.
Yes.
If she asks me a question, no, not at all. I mean, it may sound like a fairy tale situation, but I cannot think of one moment in her 17 years that I was not proud of that little girl.
How old was she when you got the diagnosis?
It was only a week ago.
A week ago?
A week. Roughly.
As in today? A week from today?
Roughly, yes.
Yeah.
This is Thursday.
Only the other day?
Only the other day.
Yeah.
Only the other day.
So it was sudden. It was
very
just
sudden. Very sudden.
And to be known as acute leukemia.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
This
sudden.
was not your plan?
Of course not.
You had other dreams for her to achieve. You had other things you wanted to do. And within the space of a week, your whole life changed. Her life changed as well. How is she coping with it mentally?
Wow. She is so amazing. I did more crying than her. All right? This little girl, people that knows her would know this little girl, jovial, a lot of fun, brave, nothing in change. And I think it has made me happy and still sad at the same time because, you know, when she was in Bayview, you're going and, you know, she's still very, very, very happy and still laughing and what's not. Once I saw her cry, and this was the Friday before she left Barbados. And I was there earlier, and then I went to my family and was coming back. She called me, and I asked her how she was doing. She said, man, I ain't doing too good, but I'm going to be all right. And I said, no. I asked her if she wanted me to come back to the hospital. She said, okay. So I went there, and I asked her if she wanted to talk. She told me, hold on. And then after, she sat up, and she started to cry and said, Daddy, this is a lot.
And what does she mean by that? This is a lot.
She said,
take your time. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. So, Shimona, perhaps you can help me here now while Daddy composes. Because as godmother, you stepped in.
Yeah.
We've seen you all over social media because you picked up the fight where the parents thought it was a little bit too much to carry.
Yeah.
You started the GoFundMe.
Yes,
How's that going?
Well, I just want to go back to the Friday, as Jan was explaining. We found out suddenly that we absolutely need to get her out today. The air ambulance was already on standby, and we were told by her doctor, there's no more time. We don't have any more time. We're running out of platelets, and she's not responding well. So when her mother brought the information to me, it was after we had approached organizations to get some help. And we didn't get that help at that point in time, and the doctor was like, we can't wait, we need to come to the public. So obviously I had a platform. I felt like it was a okay platform. And I was charged with trying to help her mother figure out everything that they were trying to figure out while, still trying to see how we could get this money, because we literally had $0 the Thursday before we were told she needed to leave that Friday. So honestly, Jan did it amazingly, because we were told that we needed to have the air ambulance cost, and that was $41,000 US, and we also needed to have the first month of her treatment as they arrived. So the first month of their treatment was $130,000 US. So even to hear that suddenly during a week, it was a blow, because it was will we be able to find that money and get the insurance on board and all these things? And so we were significantly challenged there, and the doctor was like, I don't care what happens, we just need to go right now and approach, the public and ask. And so I didn't get the video out until 5:30 on Friday, because we still had to set up the GoFundMe, and we're learning all during this process how to do these things. So we didn't know how to set up the GoFundMe. I had to get someone that we could trust overseas to at least create the account and funnel the money to us. And so we did all of that on that day, in between tears and fear, of course, and trusting God and praying that He will help us to get through. And so I remember praying before even posting the video and just saying, Lord, just help this to go viral and do more than I could possibly ever get this to do, just so that people try to help us. And I just want to say to the Barbadian public that you guys have been so amazing in helping us to get this far, and it's been so touching to Jan, to me, to Noy's mother, that our community has come together to help us and enrich, Noy, and to believe in her future. And so we really, really appreciate that. And so by the next morning, because Jan did so much to get the ball rolling, right? So we had just over half the amount we needed for the plane, at least, for the air ambulance, through Jan. And then after that is the community came together, and by the next morning, we didn't even get to post the GoFundMe online before people started donating. People just got a hold of the story, went Googling for her GoFundMe and started donating before we could submit it. So it was God was in there just controlling things. And so by the next morning we had cover for the air ambulance and some of the money for the first month of treatment, and it was overwhelming, to see and experience that. So
that's just one step, though.
Yeah,
it's the continuing, the cost per month of treatment. We don't even know how many months of treatment will be required, but we have to reach at least $130,000 US every single month, so the doctors can begin to do what they need to do and to continue doing so.
Yes.
What's the effort now? What are you hoping to do now?
Right. So at this point, she is still going through testing, and the testing will determine the costs going forward. So obviously, we had to project, based on the estimate that we got so far, how much we would need to aim for. So the reality is that amount maybe a moving target, but for now we were saying the 400,000 USD would have been a target that was reasonable to at least hold her out for a few months, right? But the doctors are generally saying between 6 months to a year is how long treatment will be, but we don't know if that will be treatment in Colombia all that time or if she would be able to come at home. So right now she's just being stabilized and tested so that we would know from there what the treatment protocol would be and be able to identify what the cost would be more specifically. Personally, because I'm an accountant and an auditor, and so personally I feel that we may be under aiming, but we have to try our best to at least have money there. And then the insurance, we're still, you know, trying to negotiate what they will be able to cover, and based on certain conversations we've been having recently, it may not be as much as we thought, and so we still need the community to really rally around her.
In other words, we don't want to grow tired on bringing Noi back to Barbados healthy. And so the GoFundMe campaign is on, and we want to go onto your, look at your screen, look at your screen. You can go to GoFundMe and make your donation, your significant donation, because it's a significant cost, or you can go to the bank. And CIBC Caribbean is the place you can go. The account name is Kathy Ann Allman, and the bank is CIBC Caribbean, and your SWIFT code and all your account details. For those of you watching abroad, whether it's GoFundMe you can go to, we want you to do so. If you can do a transfer to CIBC because you already have an account from there, you do so. Because every donation gives Noi the best chance at recovery. We want to stand with Noi and share this to everyone who you know has deep pockets, who can help, because the need is, the well is deep, and so we really want to be able to fill the well of care for Noi as well. And so remember, GoFundMe, look at the information on your screen, look at it. Time is crucial and critical, and so we want you to start pouring out now, and even as we speak, and continue to do so and continue to share as well. Don't give up, because her parents have not given up on her. Her godmother refuses to give up, and so we as a nation should not give up on Noi. That's her little angelic face. She has such a wonderful spirit and such promise. From the St. Michael's School to the Barbados Community College, she's into civil engineering. That's what she wants to be able to do. And she plays volleyball. She lives life. And so we want to continue giving her the chance to continue living life that is meaningful to her and to her family and to us as a people. And then we can all celebrate as a people because we've brought her back. We've brought her back. So those of you of faith, churches, civil organizations, just employment, you just want to be able to give. I want to encourage you to give handsomely and generously to Noi. So the GoFundMe, or you can make a transfer into CIBC and make that happen today. So Jansen, she's in Colombia now. Have you reached out
to
the Noi or the who's there with her?
Oh yes, we are in contact every day.
And what does she say now?
Well, her spirit is still the same. She's doing well. She's doing well.
She's positive of mind.
Yes, she's doing well.
And together we're all positive of mind with her and with you.
Well. Her mother is doing extremely well. She's a very brave woman. But yeah, these facilities in Colombia is excellent. So she's very comfortable. Now I was saying before he got a little emotional, she said she had plans.
She has plans?
Yes.
Did she share those plans with you?
You know, summer was coming up. She had plans with her friends. She had plans. She had things to do. Right? I know this. Right? And I told her, no, you know, your friends will always be here. So, you know, I said, this situation, I don't know what happened, but we will learn and something positive will come from this, and you will have a story to tell. Right? And so she smiled and she was like, yeah.
She will have a story to tell. We are all built in that way. We're not built to break, but we're all built to tell a story. And so Noi's story could be your story tomorrow. And so we want to be able to support Noi in this effort to be better. You know, Verena is saying she's praying for the family. Thank you so much for our social media commenters. Pray, but do. Prayer and action is important. Thank you for sharing the GoFundMe. I know that you will take the action. Patricia Ben, who's watching from the United States, CIBC. So we want to do that. Kieran, good morning. She says she's already in prayer. She says giving up, it is not an option. And so she wants you to stay connected to the Father. And I agree with you on that one. Pat, your heart also goes out to the family. Thank you so much. Dad, she says, keep on praying, because you are in her prayers as well. So to all of you ever watching, you're commenting, we want you to take action. Go to GoFundMe. Find the GoFundMe in the name of Noi as well. Noi Gem. That's in her name, right?
Yes, it's in her name.
Right. And that's where you make your donation right now. In other words, don't stop to think about it. Because if you get busy doing something else, you may forget about it. So right now, as you're hearing me, go to GoFundMe and make your deposit in there, or do your bank transfer right now. In other words, don't stop to think about it. Go online, log into your account, transfer into the name of Kathy Ann Allman. The information is right there. The account number is at the last line, which is 100-128-2704. 100-128-2704. That's the account number for Kathy Ann Allman, who is gathering the funds to be able to help Noi. The target is massive, but your generosity, we know, can surpass that target. We thank you for doing so as well. And Noi, Daddy, you want to say thanks as well.
Yes, I want to thank everyone that has donated and has supported this cause, and towards giving my daughter a chance to make sure that her plans, all the plans that she had going forward, is fulfilled.
And Shimona?
Yeah, all I would say, I want to say a special mention to the Sandy Lane Charitable Trust. They've been the largest charity to donate so far, and we really appreciated the effort. They were able to offset the air ambulance costs, and to all the other charities and the corporate, we want to ask that they will contribute as well. And to individuals, even if it's $25, if it's $50, every little bit counts, and we want to thank you for even making that effort to help Noi. Her mom and her actually need as much help as they can get, because she's over there kind of like without a support system. Yeah.
Prayer works. Money also helps. And so we want to take the action to make your donations today. So thank you, Jensen.
Thank you.
I wish you God's blessing and His peace, because it's difficult to be able to rest knowing what you know. I just have a memory of a cousin, so I can imagine what you're going through. So I know what you're experiencing at the same time. I bless you with God's peace today. You too, Shimona.
Thank you.
It's difficult, but together we can all overcome this.
Yes.
Together, folks, we can all overcome this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Keep us posted as to what's happening. All right?
Yes, please, we will.
Mornin Barbados is right back with more right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damian Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
7 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. We turn from that emotional moment into another moment, but this time of celebration of mothers, because Sunday coming is Mother's Day. And so the St. Thomas Parish Independence Committee, they're doing something absolutely special. We're joined this morning by a member of the committee in Victoria Thornfort. All of these last names. And also another member in Petra Ramsey Rock.
Yes.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning to you.
Good to have you. What's happening on Sunday? What's this give back you're doing to mothers? Who's going to tell me about it?
Okay.
Right. So give back to mothers would be that we are doing some free testing, and that will be on
Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
At the walk.
Okay.
When we talk about the walk, you know, where Cost You Less is.
Oh, that walk.
Yeah,
yes,
I kept thinking, y'all are going on a hike too, a walk?
No.
But that's what you meant.
Right.
Okay.
As
Walk in
Victoria
St.
was
Thomas.
saying, it's a community health check, which started about 2 years ago, where we go into various communities and we do health checks, free of cost. Victoria, she's a nurse by profession. And so the committee met and we said, hey, let's give back to the mothers. So as she was saying, we're doing free health checks, blood sugar, blood pressure, weights. It will be done by registered nurses at the Walk Welches St. Thomas on Saturday, just the day before Mother's Day. We start at 9, so we're encouraging all moms to come and be tested.
How can we find you? The walk is such an expansive shopping area.
Well, we are slightly adjacent the food court, and you can't miss us.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, just on the right when you go into the food court, there'll be music, free giveaways, etc.
All right. And you want mothers or females? Or you want family? Who's it targeted towards?
We're not going to stereotype.
Also, I can show up.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
But
And it's
catered
important,
to our
Victoria,
moms.
to know your numbers, because
Yes,
if you
please.
don't know your numbers, you might stumble upon at a time when you don't want to have to stumble upon, which is a chronic disease.
Yes.
So talk to me about why you want people to really show up and the importance of knowing the numbers.
Right. So the importance of knowing your numbers. If you know your numbers, then you can check on what is happening with you. In the age now today with diabetes, hypertension, obesity, we have, you know, made sure that we have allowed persons to know, well, if you have done the testing for your blood sugar and you realize it has been elevating, you seek to find out why it is elevating and get help.
Yes.
Help is important, and there's no way here in Barbados where health care is free of cost that we should have that challenge of not knowing that if we have any chronic illnesses that we can, you know, get help for it.
Yeah. And so, but Petra, you know, women are almost the backbone of our community, our society. Women work hard. And sometimes in working hard on behalf of others, she neglects herself.
Correct.
And you're saying to the mothers across St. Thomas and all over Barbados as well, show up for this.
Yes.
One, get to know so that you are confident that you're doing the right thing and that you can able to continue doing the great things that you're doing on behalf of others. But in knowing you can also take action.
Correct.
And so every mother, everybody can come to this health check.
Yes.
All right. So this is up, and it's free?
It's free. Free of cost.
Just checking, that's important.
Free of cost.
So while there, we're having our blood pressure checks or cholesterol level checks? No.
Blood pressure, blood sugar, and we'll be targeting your weight. All right?
Why my weight?
Because healthy weight is important. That stems from whether or not you can progress on now to actually having diabetes or hypertension. Yeah, we are looking at even targeting younger persons because as we age, you don't want to start when you're older. You want to start while you're younger. And right now, even in Barbados, we have obese children. We'll look at them. Mothers can bring them along. We'll check their weight. If permission is given, we'll do the blood pressure and the blood sugar also.
Yeah, and it's important to check the weight as well because, you know, it's a precursor. It's an indication that perhaps something needs to be attended to. I understand. I have to check my weight all the time too, just to stay in the right weight category. And so we want you to show up on Saturday at the walk. You know where the walk is? Up there by Cost You Less area.
Yes.
That's, I mean, we all know that location quite well. And so because mothers matter, we want you to bring your mother We want to encourage your mother. We want to encourage the female folk of your family. But you bring them along. In other words, you come along too.
Yes.
And you show up, because these checks are also for you, and these are all free. And you have quite a number of medical professionals who will be helping, right?
Yes, please.
Registered nurses will be administering the various tests.
Right.
Yeah.
And would there...
And I'll be there too.
Good. We're looking forward to seeing you, Victoria. But the other thing too, Peter, is having received the information that you necessarily didn't want to hear, would there be an opportunity for discussion and counseling as well?
Well, we have registered nurses who would give some input, but we always encourage persons, if you have a general practitioner, that you go to them as soon as possible to have your numbers checked and if there are any further treatments that are needed.
I know you said that the Parish Independence Committee of St. Thomas has been doing this for a few years now.
Yeah.
And this is just another one of those installations.
Yes.
What else is the Independence Committee doing? I'm curious now.
I know you are. So our parish month was March and we started there. But for this month, May, we also have a community lime and engagement at a shop in Shop Hill, St. Thomas. It's called Top Car. We'll be saying, hey, what's for the dads? But we have something coming for the dads as
June
well.
is next.
Yes, we have
Just so you
something in
know.
the works for dads.
So something for the fathers is coming out
Yeah.
right now, for the mothers and the female of our society as well. This one is for you. And so we want you to show up on Saturday at the walk up there by Cosules and look for them near to the food court area. That
In our
expensive-
cardinal shirts.
In the cardinal,
yes.
The cardinal colors, what they're wearing, in those colored shirts, indeed. They'll be there. They're open. The professionals are excited, actually, to begin to share with you these free checks, and then have that conversation with you to find solutions. And that's the whole purpose of all of this as well. We want to build a healthier society. St. Thomas Parish Independence Committee is leading the way. And then there's that other session is when?
The 29th of May. It's a Friday. So if you're in St. Thomas or if you're from another parish, we just want you to come out, have a relaxing evening, meet your parish ambassadors, the team, and just have an evening of relaxation and fun, and you'll be having karaoke as well. So come and carry your own key. Yeah.
La 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 la. On the 29th of May, in Shop Hill, Top Cat
Sports Bar.
Sports Bar. Look for it and find it, because that's going to be a great hangout point on the 29th of May. And that's all part of health as well, because a bit of fun and relaxation, distress. That's what it's all about. But get to know your numbers on Saturday, and then you find those different things to help you de-stress and reduce your numbers or bring them back into alignment as well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I wish success for this endeavor on Saturday. Victoria Thornfort and Peter Ramsey Rollock, our good friend indeed. Well done. And I'm going to follow you on St. Thomas Parish Independence Committee's social media.
Yes.
And of course, we invite you back during the year.
Before we go, we're also looking for parish talent. All the parishes are. So I want to encourage persons, if you have a talent, whether it be singing, dancing, dramatic pieces, you can register at CICS, go on the various platforms that the parish independence committees have, and you can register there as well.
And you get mentorship.
Yes,
that's what's special this year.
You get mentorship. Yeah, full mentorship.
So there you go. So opportunities are abounding in these significant prizes as well.
Yeah.
Thank you both as well.
Thank you once again.
You're welcome. We're coming back with more on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
14 and a half minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. Boy, aren't we all looking forward to Sunday? Aren't we all looking forward to that one special day when we really celebrate that special woman in our life known as our mother? Our mother has given birth to all of us. Each of us has a responsibility to honor her on Monday. I know sometimes relationships become fractured and we question whether we ought to. I say yes, you still do, even when you find it a little difficult, because love will lead the way. And so as you share your love, we want to share it with our mothers on Sunday for Mother's Day, because Mom, this one's for you. The annual show that we all look forward to is back. And so Desmond Weeks is with me once, but you know he's a founder, the promoter, the engine, the almost everything man. Yes. So Mom, this one's for you. Good to see you, Desmond, again.
Good to see you too.
All right,
brother.
You brought along with you Deborah Proverbs, who won the Mums This One For You competition last year, the beauty pageant. Deborah, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Barbados, and good morning to you.
We're going to talk about that rain in just a moment. And of course, you remember, folks, Zizi Cumberbatch. Zizi with the voice. Zizi who became BIM Got Talent winner, right, Zizi?
Yeah.
It is so good to see you yet again.
It's good to see you as well.
All right. So Desmond,
yes.
Mum This One's For You is this coming Sunday.
That's right.
Location?
Location, the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center.
The time?
The time, 5:30 on the dot.
On the dot. We're starting Mums This One For You.
That's right.
I know we know it for the celebration of mothers. You've done things like you're honoring a mother in each parish and the like. What's different this year?
Well, what's different this year is that, well, we had it last year, but we come in with a little difference now, the beauty pageant. And that was a big hit last year. And everybody's asking for that again. So we're going back with it. And a very special award will be given to the first female admiral of the Barbados landship. And you know, that is history. And she is ready. And she also made me an honorary member of the landship. So you know, so everything is good. Everything is going real good for the show, and everybody is hyped up. The band is ready. Oh my dear, but you go ahead.
This is going to be a big show. This is really going to be a big show. The beauty pageant, though, how are contestants? How do you determine the contestants for the beauty pageant?
Oh, well, there are. You see, we pick some of the best, and you know, I don't like to say ordinary, but the mothers among the people.
Yes.
You understand? And that is why the people are going to come up to see the mothers. And they are young, and they are not so young, but they are all Barbadian mothers and ready for the competition, right? And they are, let me tell you, and Ashley Lashley is carrying them through some training. And you know she's a professional.
Yes,
right.
yes.
And they're doing so good. They're like professional models now. You know, when you see them gracing the stage and they're walking, and they're very good. And then she has another a person who is helping her by the name of Shelly. I think she's from the Pinelands Workshop. Shelly. And I mean, they're doing some Barbadian dancing and thing. You know, so it's going to be so exciting. I am excited already.
So the show will have its usual components: entertainment, and the modeling, and all the rest of it as well, and then the honoring of mothers. So talk to me about some of the entertainers we can expect.
The entertainers, we have some of the top entertainers in Barbados. And as you know, Zizi, she is an up-and-coming star.
Let me tell you.
You know,
you talk about voice?
And articulation, you know, the way how she graces herself on stage, you know, she has her own style, and that is what makes you a big star when you are unique.
Yes.
You know, just like you, nobody's like you, my brother.
Bless you. Thank you.
That's why you go. She's unique, you know, and that is why I like her. And she's there. Another great star is Philip Seven.
Yes.
You know, you remember Philip Seven?
Beautiful surprise.
Philip Seven, beautiful surprise, you know. We also have Kid Sight. We have Jennifer Walker.
Oh Lord, we're gonna crack up. We're gonna crack up on Sunday. Mums, this one's for you. So comedy is a part of the show.
Yes, comedy is a part of the show. Cause we bring the variety.
Yes.
You know, we like everybody to come and enjoy the part of the show they want to be part of. We're going to have the landship there too, because you know, having the first female admiral, you know, the landship has to be there. We are inviting the Minister of Culture to come and present that trophy, because this is history. You know what I mean? This is history, and this is the root of Barbados. The landship, I mean, I grew up in Carrington Village, going across Bearcroft Road, listening to the landship, and every night, you know, they used to practice, and that is how I and that is how I got to write the song. I go down to Lower Town, you know, because I got the inspiration from the landship. Me and my partner got the inspiration from the landship, and we decided to write that song. You know, so the landship is going to be there. It's a part of me.
It's a part of you.
Yes.
I know it is with you. And so there's a cast of entertainers who are stellar, who are outstanding, who are known by you, Barbados. So there'll be a chance to enjoy the music, sing along to the music. You'll get some entertainment through comedy and all the rest of it. But then there's that beauty pageant of the mothers. And so, Deborah, you are the reigning Mum This One For You pageant winner. Queen of the mothers, indeed. Talk to me about last year and how that went for you.
Hi, good morning again. The competition last year was pretty okay. I've been in many pageants before. This is my first Minerva pageant, and the experience was very good.
It was very good.
I am kind of sad that I can't enter again this year, because the competition is really tough this year, so I'm pleased to be a part of that as well.
But you know, once a queen, always a queen, so don't worry about it. That crown is still yours.
Yes, please.
And so what did you achieve personally from having taken the opportunity to be a part of that competition?
My achievements, I'm working along with persons, because I do cosmetology. I have a cosmetology school. So working with the contestants last year, and also working with training them, you know, helping them with their beauty skills and stuff like that, you know, that to me was pretty amazing. We did some church services. I did some training as well with them. So I did some judging of pageants and stuff. So I did a lot of work within my last year.
So it was a good reign. It was a good year's reign indeed.
It was.
What appeal would you say to mothers today to be a part of this? Don't be afraid to step forward and be a part of it.
I would say to mothers, especially younger mothers, because we're usually getting a lot of older mothers joining the pageants. You're a mother from the time you're born, you know, born a child. So I would say, I would appeal to younger mothers, you know, to join the pageant, believe in yourself, and, you know, always strive for excellence.
Always strive for excellence.
Yes,
put your best foot forward.
Yes,
but Zizi, we met for BIM Got Talent. We met her, Desmond.
Oh, good.
And so I know what Zizi can do. The day that you were told you were the winner of BIM Got Talent must have been phenomenal for you.
It was a really emotional experience because from when I started doing competitions and stuff, this is the first one I've ever fully won. So we had to do a victory song and what's not. And I cried while doing the victory song.
Wow.
You know, I was trying to keep it together so I could actually sing the song. But it was really great. It was a really good way to start off the year.
Yeah. But here it is now, you have the experience, but you have the talent. Talk to me about having won BIM Got Talent. What have you been doing with your talent so that you did not just develop it, you care for it, and you provide people the opportunity to hear you?
Well, I have been invited here and there to a lot of different, I guess you could call them gigs. I think somewhere in February, a organization called So Far Barbados, they had called me to perform a segment of songs. It's where they take these new artists and they just put them on a platform, and it was really fun. It was someplace in St. Andrew. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was fun. It was fun.
You are so good. What's your plan for your career?
I honestly would like to just become a full-time singer.
A full-time singer.
Yeah.
And boy, has God blessed you, girl, with a voice and an ability to interpret in the way that you do. So you're looking forward to Sunday coming.
Yeah.
And so Sunday is another opportunity for you to be on stage to sing to the hearts of those who are going to be there. Does that scare you?
I always get, my mom doesn't understand it, but I always get scared.
She can handle this, Desmond. She can handle this. So, folks, Mom, this one's for you is this coming Sunday. Remember, it starts at 5:30?
5:30.
5:30. Doors will open a little bit earlier. Come and find your spot, sit down and get ready to be serenaded and enjoy the moment to celebrate mothers, because Mom, this one's for you. You know the general, and you can look at your screen, you see the tickets and so forth, and you know exactly based on your screen information where to go to get your tickets. But Desmond, again, this for you I know is a labor of love. You do it so well, and we thank you for doing that.
And I thank everybody who gave me a helping hand.
Brilliant. We're happy to do so.
Our girl Betty.
Yeah, Betty's working always behind the back. Deborah, congratulations on your win. And I know you'll be there to support the next queen as well. Yes, Zizi's going to sing for us in just a moment. So we're looking forward to hearing that beautiful voice to share it with you yet one more time. But again, best of luck with the best of all of this.
Thank you. And the crown came in yesterday.
Who?
The crown came in.
Oh, the crown is in. Okay.
It's a new crown.
It's a new crown. Gotcha. So the crown is here. Get ready for the talents and a whole lot more. Morning Barbados breaks right here. When we come back, ZZ Cumberbatch will sing for us in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
that river I've been running ever since. Oh, it's been a long, long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. And it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. Oh, it's been a long, long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. And I go to the movies, and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me, don't hang around. Oh, it's been a long, long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me straight back to my knees. Oh, there's been times that I thought I couldn't last for too long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. Oh, it's been a long, long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Boy, that's ZZ coming back. She's singing at Mums. This one for you if you want to hear that and more from her. You've definitely got to come on Sunday to be in the Lloyd Erskine Centre for December. It starts at 5:30, but you've got to get there early to get to your favourite spot. Good time. Thank you so much, ZZ. That's it for today, folks. My little crew joins me saying to all of you, have a terrific today. Be the will of the Lord. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Take care.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.